as you're all aware, and we have our industry expert, Mr. Rajendra Negi, who will be showing you how to make effective use of Excel in your day-to-day job. He will showcase examples on some of the advanced formulas, tips and tricks for shortcuts, advanced Excel overview, etc. during this webinar. He will also touch upon how Excel could be used by businesses in their day-to-day jobs. And as we all know that Microsoft Excel is one of the key tools used by all of us, and hence being efficient in this will give us an edge, right? So Scholars Pro as an institute does provide certification courses in Excel, including Advanced Excel, VBA, and Macros to help professionals like you perform their jobs better. This webinar is going to give you insights into how to use Excel and make it more productive, right? So with no further ado, I will hand it over to Mr. Raj now to take you through this webinar. So over to you, Mr. Raj.
Thank you. Thank you, Dalraj. Let me share my screen. Hopefully everybody can see my screen right now.
Raj, you're not audible. Can you start again, please? Okay. Your voice is breaking.
Cool. So, work that is related with my kinds I have.
Sorry guys, just give us a minute. Seems like there is some issue in the mic.
अभी आ रही है सर? Hello? Okay. Hello? Am I audible right now?
Yes, please go on.
Hello?
Yes, please go on.
Okay.
Sir, can you give me a moment so that I can configure the audio settings? We are not able to hear you properly.
I think now it should be clear. So Raj, can you start, please?
Sure. So hopefully everybody can see my screen, right? And as you said, Talraj, I mean, the Excel is one of the critical tools that we have in the analytical world. So the kind of course content that we have for Excel, you can see on my screen. So we'll definitely start with the Excel shortcuts, then formulas. Then we have all the big things are there, like power tables, charts, connections, group, subtotal, data validation, and conditional formatting is also there. I mean, apart from that, do we have anything else? Yes, we do have a couple of major things as well. We definitely provide you the case studies. That is very, very critical for everyone, right? Also, we will give you the opportunity to talk about in terms of the face-to-face interaction as well. And obviously, yes, you do have a query, so we'll definitely meet up in the face-to-face interaction, or we can talk about all the queries that you have during the web chat and face-to-face interaction as well. So what are the things that we are going to learn in Excel today? So let me start with the fundamental things that is there, that is called Excel shortcuts. So you can see that
Sorry.
the kind of
Hi everyone. Kindly please put yourself on mute so that there is no disturbance in the background while this webinar is going on. Please put yourself on mute, please.
okay. So like I said, I think these are the things that we are going to cover today. And one of the things that we have, that is called Excel shortcuts, and how shortcuts help you out to increase your speed. The first thing that we have, that is called the arrow methodology, and that will help us to understand the total number of counts that we have in terms of the row and column. So let me give you the quick snapshot about how we will use the arrow methodology through Excel. So let me give you the real-time example of arrow methodology. So let me open one Excel sheet. So let me write my name in C10. When I'm referring to C10 is basically row number 10, okay, and column number C. So that is referring to C10 only. So now, like I said, the column methodology, the arrow methodology is give you the opportunity to move around. I mean, all the extreme point that you have. So if you press end and left arrow, that will give you A10. Similarly, if I press end and right arrow, that will again reach me to C10 again. Similarly, let me try for end arrow up, that will go to the C1. Similarly, let me go back to the original position that I have. And now let me go to the extreme right corner of the Excel. So end right arrow, that will give me the last point. Again, let me go back to my point, that is C10. But like I asked you the question, how many total number of observations that we have in Excel? So if you press end and extreme bottom, you will see the total number of observations that we have. It's approximately 10,48,576. Now, if somebody asks you to reach from this place to A1, make sure you will press Control Home and you automatically reach to A1. So in Excel sheet, wherever you are, if you press, so let me move to J12, and if I press Control Home, you will shift to A1. So that is one of the shortcuts that you have to know. Let me give you the couple of other shortcuts as well. For example, right now I am, let me take example K5. Oh, K5, and I want to go to A5. So you need to press only home. The moment you press home, you automatically shift to A5. So it's a parallel movement corresponding to the shortcut that we have. So whenever you will press home, let me take another example. Right now I'm in K3. So if I press home, you will directly move to the A3. So the moment you press home, you automatically shift to the column A corresponding to the sheet that you have. So let me tell you, the couple of other example of shortcuts as well. So for example, right now, I am in sheet 1 and I want to go to sheet 3. So you need to press Control Page Down, and then you are moving towards the sheet 3. If you press Control Sheet Up, then you are moving towards the left hand side of the sheet. So let me try this, and again I will at the same place. So the shortcuts are very, very critical. I mean, the moment you know, all the shortcuts, that this will definitely increase your speed, as well as how to play with the shortcuts, right? So let me, if somebody asks me, to rename this shade, then how should I do that? I need to press first of all Alt. Then you will see there are certain character is prompt over there. So let me press H again because right now I'm referring to home. Okay. Then I can see there is a format section is also there. So I need to press O over there. And right now, you can see R is referring to rename. So if I press R, that will give me the opportunity to rename, the sheet of the name. So let me write sheet name is Outlook. So like I said, every time the shortcut will give you the opportunity to talk about how to play with the data, how to increase your speed. So the shortcuts are the primary and the fundamental things that we have to know every time, right? So let me take another example of shortcuts. So for example, if somebody asks me, I want to go to K10 directly from C18. That means column C, row number 18. And I want to go on row number 10, column number K. So there's another shortcut that we have that is called Control G. Okay, so the moment you press Control G, you will see there is a one pop-up window is there. And you need to mention the cell that you are referring to. So let me write K10, okay, and enter. So the moment I enter, I will directly move to my K10. Okay, cool. So, I mean, like I said, these kind of shortcut will definitely help you to increase your speed. And now we know the total number of rows and the columns that we have in that Excel. So now the total number of rows would be around 10 lakh, right? 10,48,576. But we have the couple of other example as well, right? Like we discussed earlier, control home and control end. Now let's talk about the second methodology that we have in Excel, that is called move around. So what is the significance of move around? So first example of move around, how to play between the workbooks. So let me show you that example as well, how to move around between all the sheets that we have. So if you look at my screen, you will see, you have approximately 6 to 7 Excel sheets. So let me open all these sheets right now so that will give us the opportunity. All right. Okay. So, make sure you will look at the heading every time, right? So right now, our first file is referring to May. So if I press Control Tab, that will give us the sequence. Now I move to the March, then June, July, Jan, Feb, April. You can see, if you press Control Tab, you can play within the sheets, right? Within the workbook that I have. And sequence will follow the similar. We'll start with the book one, then April, then Feb, Jan, July, etc., etc. It's there, right? You can see the sequence is there. So that is the first example that we have to move around within the workbooks. So if you look at the extreme top, right, over here, the file name will change definitely. If you press Control Tab every time, the file name will change, right? Now, the second example of move around is how to move around within the sheets. Like we discussed earlier, Control Page Down will give you the opportunity to move towards the right-hand side of the sheet. So let me create a couple of more sheets as well so that it's easy to understand. Right, so let me give you the example right now in the sheet of Outlook, and I want to go to sheet 7. So if I press Control Page Down, it will move towards the right hand side. So let me press 1. That will give me the opportunity to move sheet 2. Then again, Control Page Down, sheet 3, Control Down, sheet 4, sheet 5, 6, and sheet 7. But if I press Control Page Up, that will give you the opportunity to move around on the left hand side. So these are the, some of the example of the move around methodology. The next example that we have for the move around is called applications. So how to play with the application? So if you press Alt Tab, that will give you the opportunity to talk about to play in terms of the application, right? So let me go back to my power table, right? So over here, you will see the presentation is there. So like we discussed earlier, how to play within the workbook, right? Then the second thing, how to play within the sheets, like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet. And the last example that I gave you, that is the application, how to play with the application. So the move around methodology is very, very critical to us, especially when you are dealing with a lot of sheets that is already open, right? So for example, right now we are at book 1, and if I use Control Tab, I will play within the Excel. I don't want to go to the any other application that I open. For example, you can see right now, Power Table, the presentation is open, my Chrome is open, the folder is open, but I don't want to go over there. So what I want to move around within the application, I need to press Control Tab, and every time you will see at the extreme top, my file name will change for sure. All right. So like I said, this is one of the most critical methodology to move around within the workbook, within the sheets and application. Now, the next thing that we have, that is called formulas. If you want to work on the formulas, I can surely say that we have approximately, more than 200 plus formula, and that includes all the spec of the formulas. That includes stats, that includes maths, that includes financial modeling and all that. So let me give you the couple of example of the formulas as well on the sheet that I open. So for example, let me write my name on sheet 2. So sheet 2, I'm again referring to C10, Raj, and then Negi. So this is my core file, let's assume that. And another file that I got from the client has another name, but at the end of the file, you will see the space is also there. I'm intentionally providing the space over there. Now the point is, apparently, both these cells, producing almost this equivalent information. But if you look at the length of these parameter or the cell, you will realize there is some significance difference. So let me try one of the formula that is called length on my C10. That will give me the 8th. Okay, let me try again the similar formula that we have. But this time, as we discussed earlier, that will give me the 9th. So apparently, these two cells are absolutely equal. But like we discussed earlier, the space is also there. Now the next question, how should I remove this space? Because I want to check, these two names are equal or not. So what I want to apply another formula to remove that space. So the formula that we have, that is called trim, will remove all the unnecessary spaces from the cell C11. So let me try that formula as well. It's equal to trim, is equal to trim. And then you need to press tab. It's automatically give you the bracket, the first bracket. And let me try on the on C11. Let me close this. And now the E13 is trimmed. That means it's already removed all these spaces from there. So let me compare now. The function that I applied earlier, that is called exact, on my C10, and I just trimmed one thing, and that will give me the true answer. So now after trim, you can see these two things are absolutely equal. So the formula, help you to understand and will give you the opportunity to talk about and trim and data mining all the aspect of the Excel. So we just got one of the query, right? And it's one of the most important query in the Excel. So somebody is asking, I want to see only the first name of every character. So let me write, the couple of name over there, and the length of cell every time is different. So Ravi Negi. Then let's take exam R Negi. Now this time I want to see only, the first three letter of every cell. So how should I check? I mean, how should I identify first three letters? And like I said earlier, we need to understand how to get the first name from there. So let me first of all give you the heads up. I mean, how to get the first three letters from every character or every cell. So let me try one formula that is called left, and left will give me the opportunity to talk about in terms of the place that I want to see. So for example, let me try on this, and I want to see the first three characters from Rajnegi. That means after applying 3 over there, I will see only Raj. So let me try and let's see the impact. So from left hand side, if I calculate the total number of characters, you will see RAJ. So that will give you the opportunity to check only, right, all the values that I have, but up to 3. So let me try again this formula for the next cell that I have on B6, but this time I want to see for first 4 characters. Let me try again, comma, but this time if you look at the first name, we have 4 numbers over there, RAVI. So that's the reason I need to put up 4 over there, and this will give me Ravi only. So these are the kind of function will help you out to understand, I mean, how to trim your data, how to clean your data, how to rectify, I mean, all the bad data that you got from the clients. So let me give you one or two example as well on the formula side again. So the next example that I have is on count, right? So let me create one sheet actually. Let me create some of the things over there, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so let me write some of the numbers over there and character as well, right? Because that will give you the opportunity to talk about in every aspect of it. So now if somebody asks me, what is the total number that we have on that range? So basically I'm asking for count actually, right? So let me try to see the total number of count that I have. So let me try count function on it, and I need to select that. So let me select that range. And I mean, prior to entering this, I would like to give you the answer, because the total number that we have on that range is approximately 5. So the moment I enter, you will see the 5 over there. Now the next part, if I increase any number on that range, will this impact on H14? The answer is yes. So let me write one number over there. The moment I enter, you will see the one, another increase, right? Okay, now this is the spec of count. But if somebody asks you, I want to see all the characters and the numbers that I have in that range. So let me try another function that is called count A. Count A basically give you the privilege to talk about in terms of the total number of character and numbers that you have on that range. So now the total summation will give you 10 actually, because now we are counting number as well as character. Now we have 6 numbers, right? And we have 4 characters as well. So let me try something different. Tell you the significance. If you double click on this, you get the privilege to move around all the things that I have, right? And similarly, if you check the other aspect of it, you will see all the characters and numbers are there. Okay, so now you can easily see that 4 are the characters and 6 are the numbers. So if I increase anything, that will definitely increase the total count that I have. So let me click on some of the variable. You will see the total number of counts has been increased on number as well as number and character. So the count is referring to only numbers. Count A is referring to numbers and characters. So let me segregate that population. So let me write any characters over there, and then this number will remain same. Okay, and the another number that I'm pointing out, it should increase because this formula will give you the opportunity to count number and characters. So let me write any character over there, and you will see the 7 will remain 7 and 11 will convert into the 12. So, I mean, these are the, some of the basic things that we have to know every time, because this is very, very critical to understand in terms of working on Excel. So, like I said, I mean, I will give you the snapshot of every aspect of it. So, these are some of the example of the formulas as well. But now, the next thing that we have, that is called pivot table. And as per my understanding, if you know about pivot table, that will give you the opportunity, right, to talk about in terms of the data analysis. So let me create one of the data in front of you guys so that we start analyzing that file. So first of all, let me create one column where you will see all the males and female information. So I am writing all the males data first of all, and then let me write all the females data over there. Okay, so right now we have 4 males and then 3 females. Let me create some of the data as well. That is very, very critical to understand. Then let me create their amount. Let me generate some of the values that should be generated through one of the formula that I have, that is called ran between. Ran between will give you the opportunity to talk about your minimum and maximum numbers. So let me take minimum number is 1000 and maximum number is 2000. So all the random numbers that will generate will be between 1000 and 2000. So let me paste that value, right? And you will see all the numbers are there. So let me, okay. Let me create another section over there that is called customer type, plus type. And then S stand for superior and H stand for high. And then the last 2 columns referring to medium. So over here, M stand for male, F stand for female, then the numbers are there, and like I said, S stand for your top customer, that means your superior customer, H stand for high customer, and M stand for your medium customer. I would like to analyze this data. I mean, right now the data size is pretty limited, right? We will be dealing with the large data. So if somebody asks me right now, how many females that we have in the medium segment? So the question is, how many female that we have? Okay. Then how will we segregate our medium population corresponding to H, S, H, and M? So the answer is there in front of us, but right now it's 0. H is again 1, and this is 2. I want to analyze their payment ratio, but not through the way I did. I want to analyze this data. So first of all, I need to select within the range. Then I have to insert over there you will see the pivot table section is there. So the moment I click on this, okay, you will see it's automatically pick all the range that I have. Okay, so let me create the pivot table in the existing file somewhere in column K, and let's me click on that. So the moment you will see the section is there. So let me try to bring it over here. So the first section that I'm referring to right now is all the variables that we have. Okay. Then we have certain filters over there. So we'll definitely talk about all these filters for sure. Right now, this is called report filter. I mean, this is our first filter. Then you will see our column filter, then the row filter, and last but not the least, the most critical icon that we have, that is called summation filter. So I want to understand every aspect of that analysis. So let me, reset that thing again and try to understand every aspect of it. Now, like I said, I want to understand how many male or females that we have. So you can see in the row filter, you are basically see all the unique observation and all the unique values that you have. I want to understand their count. So for that, let me create one unique identifier so that we can use the similar variable again. Let me paste that count somewhere in the count section. Now you will see we have 3 females and 4 males, like we saw somewhere in the core data set as well. Okay. Now, what I want to see all the information in terms of the 2 dimensions. So let me put that section somewhere. In my column section. So let me put over there as well. Let me reset this again. And now you can see, you will see all the permutation combination over there. In female, we have 1, high customer and 2 male customer, right? Medium customer. And in the male section, we have 1 high customer and 3 superior customer. But I would like to understand the kind of amount is also associated with them. So let me drag and drop this amount into the summation box, and the moment you drag, you will see your summation. Yeah, this is your summation value will activate the moment you put two values in the summation box. The summation value will activate. So let me readjust all the things, and let me go back to the original thing. And now you can see, the value assigned to them is absolutely. So let me reset their, the option as well. Let me go back to display and click on the classical version of the pivot table. And that will give me the opportunity to talk about their amount as well. So let me take you example, female, right? Female and male, right? And medium customer, right? We have 2 customer, and their sum is referring to this is 26635. So let me go back to Extreme and let me check that information as well. So female is there, okay? And after that, we need to identify 2 customer that we have, that is medium, right? So let me click on that section as well. Now I want to understand, the summation of these 2 will be, should be equivalent to the value that we see in N5. It should be equivalent to 2665. So let me try one formula over there, that is called summation. So summation of these 2 should be equivalent to the things that I just said. So these 2 things are absolutely matching, right? So this is the one of the most critical things in Excel, where you will talk about all the analysis and all that. You can see all the permutation combination, everything is there. And as to my understanding, if somebody know the advanced version of Excel, you will see, approximately 30% of Excel. So you can imagine how pivot table is spread or how critical it is. So this is what I want to show you in terms of the pivot table. I mean, this is just a quick snapshot. We'll definitely cover other aspect of it. So this is what we just discussed. Okay. So now the next section that we have, that is called charts. Okay. So let me give you the snapshot of the chart as well, because chart is basically the graphical representation of the data. So we'll use the similar data that we have right now. So let's go back over there and let's understand the kind of chart we can create through this data. So let me do something. Let me create male, okay, first of all over there, and then the female. So I want to see the ratio of male and female, the kind of amount that is assigned to them. So let me use one of the formula, easiest formula, that is called sum. So let me apply on this, okay, and let me apply the similar formula to the female population as well. And I want to see, I mean, all the ratio, actually the ratio is assigned to them. So this is male and this is female. So let me create one pie chart for you guys. So it's easy to understand. Pi is basically referring to in terms of the section, right? So now you can easily understand the male data is obviously greater than your female data. That means the 5,673 is greater than 4,229. So that means the percentage assigned to that section should be greater than that. So let me calculate my own percentage first of all, and then we'll go back to let me create that section and see the percentage eventually. Okay, there you go. So you can see the percentage is there, 57 and 42. But right now we can't see that information. For that, you need to click on the chart section that is there at the extreme top. And you do have outlets over there, the chart outlets over there. So let me create one of them, right? And that will give me the privilege to talk about in terms of the percentage that we already saw and we already calculate our own. So you can see the 57% this belongs to the male population and 43% belongs to the female population. So that is called the graphical representation of the similar data. So let me try the couple of other things. So let me this time try for amount corresponding to the customer type. Let me go down, try over there. So let me readjust first of all this. And now this time I want to see the bar chart, right? So S is there, H is there, and M is there. So S stands for top customer, then high customer, then the medium customer. So first of all, I would like to see their sum, right? So let me check their sum. I want to then create, I mean, all the things corresponding to the, the bar chart, right? Okay, there you go. So now this time we would like to create the bar chart corresponding to them. So let's create the bar chart, and you will see, I mean, all the key informations are there. I mean, you do have a privilege to talk about in terms of the color and the format, and you can create their name. I mean, you can right. So let me check their layouts as well. Let me click on their layouts. Now you can see, okay, their numbers are there. So you do have approximately 10 to 11 layouts. Whatever is visible, whatever is the overall requirement, you can apply any of them, and every time you will see the significant change in terms of the outlet, but the fundamental things will remain same. For me, this is the best chart right now. So let me write their title as well. So amount is the title name. So I'm just give you the the quick snapshot about every aspect of the Excel, because the real time data as well as the real time experience will give you the more opportunity to talk about how to play with the data and how to represent your graphical representation of the data. So that is the quick snapshot of the graphical representation of the data. So let me go back to my presentation where We have the couple of other things in pipeline. So chart we just completed. The next part is the connection. So connection is very critical, right? So let me give you the snapshot of it. So connection. So let me open another new sheet. So right now, I mean, if you look at my screen, you will see we don't have any connection, but let me try to give you the snapshot of it. So let me create some of the random number over there. And I want to see all the connection. This is the basic version of connection, and then we'll talk about in terms of the connectivity as well. Okay, so I just created some of the random numbers over there, and let me try some on the whole range that I have, right? Or let me take this simple example over there. Now I know, I mean, this is the summation of this range, but how should I identify that thing? So let me go to the data. I want to see their sections, right? So let me try this, president, and you will see this is referring to the whole range that I have. But let me reframe my statement, whatever I said. I want to see the summation of some of the random number that is there in the Excel. Okay, and I want to see that, I mean, how will we get the 14 numbers? Now, I mean, 14 is the primary key where you will see all the parameter and all the summation corresponding to them. Now, how to check that? I need to click on trace dependent. किसके ऊपर ये dependent है? Now you will see the president. Moment I click on president, you will see all the connectivities are there. I mean, it's connected with 2, it's connected with 4, it's connected with 1, it's connected with 3, and 4 as well. But one of the most interesting aspect of the connection, now I want to write somewhere down the line on sheet 2. Let me write one big number over there, 30. And like we discussed, it's 14 right now. So let me add that number that I write somewhere in the sheet 2. Now I want to see that information as well in the connectivity as well. So the moment I click on that, you will see the Excel sheet is also there. The one Excel sheet is also there. I'm referring to this point. So if you double click on that, you will see there is another pop-up window there, and it's clearly say that it's referring to sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 6. If I click on that, I will directly move to the 30 that I just wrote. So the connectivity, and you have to know, I mean, all the things, how all these things are connected to each other. Any question? Any question? Do we have any question right now? Yes, please. आपकी फाइल भी निकल जाएगी, ये भी निकल जाएगी। So let me give you, the snapshot. Let me give you the snapshot of grouping, first of all. So let me open another file that I have. So what is the significance of grouping? So let me write some of the things over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just writing all the things because it's easy to understand and easy to compare. Otherwise, I can create them and all these things very shortly. And let me drag it so that is easy to compare. Okay, I created somewhere down the line the bigger data over there. My extreme point is 37. Let's assume that. Okay, and now I want to see the comparison between all the things that I have. So what I want to compare 1 versus 13 versus 25 versus 37. So let me again create, some of the random numbers between them. So let me create some of the random number between 1000 to 2000. Okay. And let me, okay, there you go. Okay. So now I want to compare actually. I just write somewhere down the line 37 as is a benchmark at the last cell that I have on AK A2. So I want to see the comparison between 1 versus 13 versus 25 versus 37. And why we are referring to 1, 13, 25, 37? Because I mean, if you have year over year information, most likely, I mean, you have all the things in terms of the month over month. So what I want to compare these information quickly. So let me select from 2 to 11, 2 to 12 actually, and let me group them actually. Let me group them in terms of the column. Okay. Then what I want to see information from 14 to 24, and let me group this section as well. Okay. And then I want to see 25, but not 37. So let me group this section as well, and let me try to understand the significance of grouping. So let me go back to home. So I need to press Control Home. Now, if you look at the kind of section that I have, right, it's there. You can see in vertically, horizontally, some of the informations are there. So we'll definitely talk about that, and let's see the significance. So let me, I mean, remove everything right now. So let me give you the snapshot of it, because then let me ungroup everything. So let me give you the snapshot of it. So I want to see the information from 1 till 12. So let me group this section first of all. So let me group corresponding to the column. Okay. Then I want to group 14 to 24, right? Let me group this section as well, and let me understand the significance of this later on. So if you look at the extreme left corner over here, you will see 1, 2, 1, 2 is there. So if I press 1, okay, you will see the key information are there, 1, 13, 25. So let me try again to give you the snapshot. I want to see the information from, now I want to compare 25 and 37. So let me select this section first of all and group this. Okay, so the moment I group this corresponding to the column, it's there. So if I press 1, that will give you the privilege to talk about only 4 columns that you want to analyze it. So now you can see the 1, 13, 25, and 37 is also there. So if I press 2, again, it will expand till end. If you press 1, you will see again all the information is there. So this is the most critical icon that you can see. I mean, corresponding to compare if you have multiple rows and columns. If I press 1, it will um, uh, combine all the data. If you press 2, segregate the data again, right? 1, 13, 25. Now it's easy to compare, and now I can surely say that 25, that means the third year that I have is attain the maximum values over there. Okay. Now let's go back to the another things that is there in our section. The next piece that we have, that is called data validation. So data validation is very, very interesting topic that we have. So let me give you the couple of real-time example of data validation. When I'm talking about the data validation, it means I will not give anybody privilege to talk about anything else. So what do you mean by my statement? My statement referring to this section So what I want on this section, let me select this with these some colors. And on this range, I will not give anybody else to privilege to write anything else that I want to, right? So let me write some of the things over there. So let me ask my team members to talk about in terms of the office offsite, and what is the kind of thing that you want to eat. So let me try pizza, MacD, okay, and let me write veg slash non-veg. So I want on that section, if I write anything else apart from these four, right, you will get the error. I mean, I don't want to give anybody authorization to write anything else apart from that four words that I just wrote. So let me select that range. Okay. Let me go to the data. Okay. Over there, you will see the one thing is there that is called data validation. If you click on that, you will see the data validation is there. So any value, I mean, that will give you the opportunity, the kind of validation that you want to apply. So right now I'm referring to the list section, and let me take the source is this, the range that I have just wrote, and input error, I can alert. Let me write something over there. Please try again. Please try again. Please choose something. Okay, done. So that will give me the privilege to talk about only these four parameters. So if you click on that, if you look at this range, you will see there is only Dropbox, and you can write only four parameters over there: pizza, MacD, non-veg, veg, etc., etc. So I can choose any of them. But if I write something else, let me try to write my name, that will give you the error. And now you can see, please again, try again, please choose something, right? So the data validation will give you the opportunity to talk about in terms of the selection that you want to give to the team members or any other things. So people like me, I mean, I'm very foodie and I want to eat all of them. So even I can write all of them, but I don't want to write because the privilege is not there, right? So that is called data validation. You assign one limit, you assign one range to all the team members where the selection criteria is there. Okay. Now let's go back to our thing that is there. The data validation is there. Now the conditional formatting is there. Okay, this is one of the most interesting topic that I can see because it's very colorful and it's very demanding right now in terms of the presentation and all that. So let me give you the snapshot of the conditional formatting right now. Conditional formatting, why I like this, because I will give you the heads up on that. So now what I want to select, first of all, 10 cross 10 matrix, right? Over there, let me write my favorite function that is called rand between. I'm taking my minimum maximum value from 1 to 10. Let me try my shortcut, Control D and Control I. That will give me the privilege to talk about all the section over there. Now, I mean, it's a big range, right? It's 10 cross 10 range. And if somebody asks you, I want to identify those variables where the values are greater than 90. Okay. So let me click on the conditional formatting that is there in the home section. Let me click on conditional formatting. Let me click on one of the parameters that is greater than, like I said, I want to see all the values greater than 90 in the green colors. Okay. Let me click. Let me go to the Dropbox, click on customer view, click on fill. Let me click on this, and all the values that I have, greater than 90, it's marked in green color. So that's the beauty of conditional formatting, because that will give you the privilege to talk about in terms of the segment. So let me reframe whatever I just said. On the other side, if somebody say I want to see the values where our maximum value, let's take example. I want to see only those values where the let's talk about less than 10 values right now. Let me go back to conditional formatting again. Click on less than, right? So less than is this, and then I want to highlight them in the red color. So let me click on that section as well. Click it, and you will see all the things, all the values that I have. It's marked in absolutely on red color. So the last example that I want to give you, that is called uh, corresponding to the date. So let me apply one of the the critical formulas in Excel, that is called today. Today function will give you today's dates, as its name implies. So let me add one on this. Oops. And keep dragging till down. So I would like to highlight those cell जहां पर आपकी values next month approach करती हो. So this is what I want to see. I mean, I want to highlight only the next cell. So let me go back to the data occurring, and over there you have certain filters. So let me click one of the parameter that is called next, and I would like to red border it, or let me do something again on this, my favorite green color. So the moment I click, you will see the next section is already, the next month is already colored by green color. So we can select the multiple conditional formatting as well, because that is the part of the advanced Excel. So let me click on that again, deducting, and this time I want to see the next last node. Next week, I would like to highlight only the next week. So let me right click on this. Okay, now you can see we just applied the multiple conditional formatting. So the conditional formatting from this place to this place, you will see for next month, and over there you can see this is referring to the next month, and this is referring to next week. So you can apply multiple conditional formatting for the data as well. So there are a lot of things in Excel actually. And now what I want to give you, the okay, so this is what I want to cover. So, but prior to that, I would like to give you one or two example as well on conditional formatting. So let me go back to my sheet. Where is that sheet? Okay, there you go. So now, for example, okay, okay, let me give you the snapshot of the other thing as well. Let me go back home. Let me write some of the words over there. A, S, any words that is there. Now I would like to highlight those cells जहाँ पर आपकी सारी की सारी value A से start होंगी. So more or less what I want to see, all the character values where you will see the characters as A. So let me click on the text that contains A only. So wherever you will see A, it should be highlighted as a green color. So you can see, I mean, all the things are there because the conditional formatting is applicable for number as well as character. So let me try something else. Let me try to convert F as a AA. Let me see the impacts. The moment you change the value, you will see it's automatically green. So these are the kind of things that you have to know through this session. For today, this is what I want to show you. I mean, how Excel will increase your speed, how data, how to analyze your data, how to do the data mining analysis, I mean, how to rectify. I mean, these are the things that I want to highlight. Okay. So, I mean, these are the things that I have right now in terms of the evaluation process. I mean, if you have any question, feel free to ask me right now. I will try my best to give you the answer.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.